Right, let us start with the IFRS 8 operating segment. So, what is operating segment? An operating segment is defined as component of an entity, right? IFRS 8 defines operating segment as a component of an entity, right? So, it is a component that engages in business activities from which it may earn revenue and incur expenses, whose operating relies whose operating results are regularly reviewed by chief operating decision maker. Now you might be wondering that is what is mean by chief operating decision maker. Nothing specific has been stated about the chief operating decision maker. It could be a CEO of the company, a CFO, chief financial officer of the company. It could be the accounts heads of the company, vice versa. So, for which discrete financial information is available, right? So far, so good. Now, how to define reportable segments. Under IFRS 8, an operating segment is a component whose results are regularly reviewed by chief operating decision maker. This means that segments reported in financial statements should be the same as those reviewed in internal management reports. Now, the aggregation. IFRS says 8 says that two or more operating segments can be aggregated and reported as single operating segment, provided that they have similar economic characteristics and similar in following respects. Number one, products and services. Number two, production resources. Number three, classes of customer. Number four, distribution methods. Right now, what are the quantitative thresholds for the uh, segmental reporting? An entity must separately report information about an operating segment that must and may that meet any of the following quantitative thresholds. Number one, it's reported revenue. Okay, it's reported revenue. It's reported revenue. Um, it's it's reporting revenue should be including both sales to external customers and internal segment sales is 10% or more of the combined revenue of all operating segments. It's number two. It's reported profit or loss is 10% or more of the greater in absolute 10% or more, okay, of greater in the absolute amount. The combined report profit of loss operating segments that did not report a loss, a combined report loss of all operating segments that reported a loss, and its assets are 10% it or more or of the combined assets of all operating segments. Okay, at least 75% of the entity external revenue must be included in reportable segments. Other segments should be identified as reportable segments until 75% of the external revenue is reported. Information about other business activities and operating segments that are not reportable are combined into an all other segments category. Cool, so far so good. Now the management of a company have identified operating segments based on geographical location. Information for this segment is provided below. As you can see, total revenue, external revenue, internal revenue, profit or loss, and assets. Right? For Europe, you can see total revenues 260, external revenues 140, internal revenues 120, profit or loss is 90, profit is 98, assets are 3400. Middle East, total revenue 78, external revenues 33, internal revenues 45, profit is loss is negative 20, 26, and assets are total 345. For Asia, total revenue is 150, to external revenue is 150, internal revenues nil, profit is 47, and assets are 995. For North America, total revenue is 330, external revenues 195, internal revenues 135, uh, profit is 121, assets are 30. Central America 85, 40, 45, loss is 15, assets are 580. South America 97, 54, 43, 12, and 880. Now, the requirement is according to IFRS, at which segments must be reported. Let us dive in and look at it, right? So, for that, let us do the 10% test. 10% total revenue, 10% result test, and 10% asset test. Right now, what will be our report? That will be our another heading. For this, let us do the first do the working. Right, and 75% test as well. For 75% test, let us look at the Europe, Asia, North America, and the total. Okay, Europe 140, Asia 150, North America 195. The total is 485. So overall, the external revenue generated by the segments is 485,000 divided by the total of all of these. The total revenue is 612,000. That is 79%, which is greater than 75%. So the test is met and no other segments need to be reported in this case. So the reportable segments are Europe, Asia, and North America. So far, so good. Now, 10% test of total sales. Bingo. 10% into 1 million is 100,000, right? So all segments whose total sales exceed 100,000 are reportable. Now 10% of sales, results. So 10% of profit making segments, multiply by 98,000 plus 47,000 plus 1 to 1,000, 121,000 plus 12,000. That is 27,800. 10% of loss making segments. Yum, yum, yum. 10% multiplied by 26,000 was one loss, and other was reporting 15,000 loss, so it's 4,100. So therefore, all segments which make a profit or loss of greater than 27,800 are reportable. Last working, 10% of total assets, 10% into 10 million is equal to 1 million. All segments whose assets exceed 1 million are reportable in this case. Um, we did all of our working, yeah. Now move back and just let us finish our reporting in this case. Um, in case of total 10% total revenue, Europe, yes, it's reportable. Middle East, no, it's not reportable. Asia, yes, it's reportable. North America, yes, it's reportable. Central America and South America, both are not reportable in case of revenue. 10% result test, again, Europe, yes, it's reportable. Middle East, no. Asia, yes. North America, yeah. Central America and South America, no, no. 10% acid test, yes, it's reportable. Middle East, not reportable. Asia, not reportable. North America, reportable. And Central America and South America, not and not. In so finally the report. Yes, reportable. Europe is reportable. Middle East not reportable. Asia reportable. North America reportable. Central America and South America both are not reportable. That's how we need to do it. I hope you get it. Now, finally, the disclosures. IFRS 8 requires the disclosures of following factors used to identify reportable segments, the types of products and services sold by each reportable segment, and what are the information about profit or loss and other segments items are needed for each reportable segment. And entity should report a measure of profit and loss, a measure of total assets. That's it, which we need to be reported, and this is IFRS 8 operating segment. I hope you all get it. That's it for now. Take care and bye bye.